Still working on YouTube. YouTube's on with us.
Yay, YouTube.
I'll get the atmosphere properly settled here, then we'll begin.
Okay.
Oh, there goes the computer on it. What would a show be without technical difficulties? No one will be seated for the exciting cigar lighting portion of today's show. Here we go. Amidst aromatic clouds of fragrant secondhand smoke, we can begin. From Boston, in the ironically named Commonwealth of Massachusetts, in the upper right-hand corner of the United States that we call New England, on the continent of North America, rotating at 900 miles per hour, the blue marble that is the Earth, racing at 19 miles per second around the local star known as Sol in the fashionable western spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, common dimension 616. It's Fido live number 155. Wow, we rhyme again. We haven't rhymed in a while, have we? All opinions and views are solely those of the comic strip Fido, and in fact, not necessarily those of the completely uncancelable and valued employee, creator, and handsome man about town, Charles Lincoln Crosby III, who himself has actually no opinions on anything.
Mm-hmm. You rhyme every 10 weeks, by the way.
I rhyme every 10 weeks. Okay.
Whenever you say a 5.
Yeah, live 5.
I
hadn't realized that.
I predict the next time you're going to rhyme is when it's 165.
Ooh, I hadn't considered that. Wow. See, that's why I have you around, Chief Colorist. It's just brilliance. And I guess we'll start this week with everyone's favorite segment, What the Chief Colorist Hath Wrought. We can see her brilliance. A weekly segment that tests the very vows of a almost 20-year marriage.
Very close to 20 years.
Well, she has been coloring for 20 years.
No.
Here is Monday. We have Fido and Felicia. Dogs are man's best friend. They walk up to Dino and Bo, drinking beer, playing video games. Why? I have no idea. Pretty simple, pretty basic. How's it look on the computer? It's kind of light. You know, I made the decision to leave the background white. Back in the old days, she used to paint it yellow. It was like tobacco-stained walls. Okay.
Yeah, it was a little busy, though, with the yellow.
Yeah, it was a little busy. All right, let's just toss that aside. Here is the Tuesday. We have Felicia and Fido. Felicia's looking out the window. Look at all those little people down there. I think the world would be a better place if everyone listened to me. Why? Do you have any good ideas? Yes, that they listen to me. Fido and Felicia going out the doggy door. What are you doing? I'm going out. That is the doggy door. You're a cat. You're right. Where's the cat door? And he brings it to the window. Don't worry. Cats land on their feet, don't they?
Now.
Again, Fido and Felicia for Thursday. Felicia says, I don't like how things are run around here. Yeah, me neither. Oh, Chief Colorist, thank you for finally coloring the cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, me neither. I'm going up to the human and I'm going to tell him off. I'm with you there. She goes up to Bo. Meow. You told him, huh? And is that what meow means? It's Closet Cat. We haven't seen him in all week. Saturday the 5th. Oh, you know, I forgot the July 4th one. It's over here. We are having a fabulous Fido giveaway. Let's see. There's the July 4th one. Maybe you've heard of it. This is the fantastic Fido giveaway. We're giving away this unused July 4th comic strip because I had to redraw it because of that little ink stain there, that fingerprint, and some fingerprints over here, and all sorts of messes I made. So Chief Colorist never bothered coloring this one, so you get one original black and white, one of a kind, never published, impossible to reproduce. And I know it's impossible to reproduce because I tried to reproduce it. And look at the difference. Let's see. Dino's bent over a little bit more in this scene, so you know, he's looking more depressed. Closet Cat's looking more engaged. No, sorry, Felicia's looking more engaged. Fido is actually laughing at sometimes. Where over here he's sort of sometimes. So yeah, I I think
Very
I
different.
and there's no closet cat in the first panel. Now in the second panel, closet cat's yeah, he's got his bottle forward. So we're doing, and it looks like I changed the perspective. So rather than head on, we're up higher, looking down on these guys. Let's see more floor, and we still do the Dino with the 3-head turn here, but a little bit more expression when he's looking at Felicia calling him a divorced loser. He's kind of sad, looking at Fido saying, you have nothing to look forward in life. He looks suicidal. And when Closet Cat says, you smell bad, he looks angry. So, a little bit more, plus his hands, a little bit of expression. And in the final thing, Bo is just sort of walking over. This one, he's sort of leaned over this and get all the animals in better. Closet Cat's face was covered by Dino's hand in this one, so I fixed it there that time. So now we get to see Closet Cat better. So I guess when I redo it, I do it better, but it's different, a little bit more expressive. So I've read this thing so many times on Instagram and YouTube and all those other places. If you want this comic strip, go to findallthecomicstrip.com and there should be details. But if there's not, you can you just send an email. Well, you people, this is the internet age. You people should by now be able to get in touch with anyone you want to get in touch with. Here's my email address. I have an old AOL email from the original days when AOL was a big thing. I kept that email address for over 25 years now. Quarter decade at least. I still have.
Back when computers were the size of a cabinet.
No. Well, actually, the computer is about twice the size as it is now. I've got an aluminum brick about this big, which is my computer, where in the old days it was a old Macintosh.
That big.
Yeah, but that included the monitor.
True.
Fantastic Fido giveaway. You get that comic strip. I'll mail it to you. Costs you nothing. Nothing to enter. Nothing. It's free. I'll pay all the mailing costs. Oh, hey. While looking at this, I just noticed a mistake here.
Uh-oh.
Chief colorist is known for her mistakes. I got to reach around Irving here to get a ruler.
Chief colorist made a mistake.
No, actually, I think I did.
Oh.
See, look at this. That should be the windowsill. All that right there. So that's let's get. Usually I would pull Irving in closer, but right here. See, that should be the windows apron, and I didn't make that little line, so therefore the chief colorist didn't intercolor that as an apron.
Well, she.
Oh well, we make mistakes.
She's damned if she does, and she's damned if she doesn't.
We make mistakes all the time here.
She always doesn't.
So you can benefit off our mistakes. The July 4th comic strip is being given away on December 31st at midnight. So it's like January 1st, 2026. Enter anytime before then. If I can reasonably print it out and print out your name and fold it into a hat or whatever I'm going to use to draw it. I don't have a hat.
We'll figure something out.
This could be yours. I'll mail it anywhere in the world, although I know I'm going to regret saying that because I know it cost me $35 to mail anything down under to Australia. This is all coming out of my pocket, and I'm a stingy bastard. All right, let's put the fabulous Fido giveaway back here. I'll just leave it up so in case anyone wants my email address, it's right there.
Just to set the record straight, I was never given the comic strip to color. However, I don't think it should be colored if you give it away.
Yeah, okay. So findallthecomicstrip.com is where you go, perhaps, to get some details on that giveaway.
It is there.
Oh, good. And I haven't.
I said that 5 times.
Hey, can you turn your radio up out there? That guy must be so proud of his music, he wants to share it with the world.
He wants the world to dance.
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 Wow, that Boston accent really came out that time, didn't it?
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. And I wasn't even angry. Usually it comes out that bad when I'm angry.
All right, here we go for Saturday, July 5th. Dino's still depressed. I'm depressed. Oh, good. Good. Sure, if a guy like you is actually happy with his life, something's wrong with the world. Let's beat up on Dino. Here is the Monday comic strip. The Chief Colors is still working on it, and it's just about the same dialogue from the July 4th comic strip that we're giving away. Just the animals react differently. So sometimes I feel kind of depressed. Remember the July 4th strip? Fido's like, sometimes this guy like you should be depressed all the time right now. Sometimes I feel kind of depressed. Oh no, the big human is unhappy, and Felicia hops in the chair. Look at me, I'm driving my car to the restaurant where I can eat all what I want. And Claus the cat's got a blanket wrapped around himself. Hey, this is horrible, warm and comfy. Okay, I get it. Being a human is great. I can do whatever I want. I'm free. The big human is free. I wish he wouldn't rub it in like that. Let's give this one back to Chief Colors so she can work today.
It's very dark in this corner, though.
Yeah, I could turn that light on, but that would mean me getting up. Off my new chair. Hey, we have a new chair, but it doesn't really show on camera. One of those mesh ones.
That's what you request.
Here is the Tuesday. Felicia kicks the door. I was gonna have onomatopoeia here, bang, 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 and over here slam, but Fido the comic strip doesn't do that, I guess. Open the door. Oh, opens it. Well, are you coming in? I'm thinking about it. He slams the door on her. Okay, I'm ready to come in. Oh, that one's
I'm giving this back to the cartoonist because in the last panel, Felicia does not have any whiskers.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm giving this back to the Chief Colorist because I don't want to do that now.
And I'm giving it back to you because I don't want it on. I don't want it on my desk like that.
All right. Let's see. We've got Wednesday here, the 9th of July. Fido's. Let's see. Fido, Felicia, Dino, Bogash. Why are you howling? Oh, it's a full moon. Yeah, you must feel the call of the wild. Actually, I stepped on a cat toy. Kicked it off the screen. Oh, let's give that one to the Chief Colorist because she's already started it. Here is the Thursday, July 10th, and I got this idea when there was a news article about how pet parents should take care of their animals during these days of hot weather. Horrible. The sidewalk is too hot. Well, wear these booties. And the sun is too strong. We'll put this hoodie on. Better? I'm hot. There we go. Take care of your pet parents. Take care of your animals during these hot weather days.
Hot, hot, hot.
And this is the one we're probably going to be working on today. We'll get out our black wings, and I did all the what do we call it? Rough penciling, and we'll do the finished penciling today, perhaps. And look, I'm just thinking, I already got a stain right there, but I think I can erase that. Oh, speaking of which, I wanted to point out one of these comic strips from last week. It's like, guess what the cartoonist had for dinner?
What? Oh
no. Yeah, I guess the Chief Colorist is able to cover it up in her coloring. This last panel here, right on the edge of the cat tree, there was spaghetti.
I think
tomato sauce stain.
I think I actually was able to kind of erase it enough. It wasn't that bad.
Cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the planet. What can I say? So you can tell what I eat just by looking at what's splattered on the comic strip.
It wasn't that bad though. I think I was able to sort of like erase it enough to put a color over it.
Anyway, here is the Friday. We have Felicia, Dino, and Fido. Fido is writing something. Dino's just got a new beer. And Felicia looks over to Fido, who's writing something, and says, "What's that?" "I'm writing a comprehensive list of everything wrong with cats." So Felicia pushes over Dino's beer onto the list. Add that. I think it's going to be kind of cute. I can show you when Irving moves in, just the action of her pushing. It's a lot of fun. It's a simple Fido joke that we'll do today. And here is the Saturday to show that we have the week finished. I just started penciling, so just the first panel is done, the rest are not. It's Dino and Bo out on the back porch. It's hot today. Where's Fido? On hot days, he hides inside the refrigerator. Oh, that explains the dog hair in the butter. All right. Let's get to work today. Now, to cover up for that dirty, filthy cartoonist, we got to wear this, a glove. I still have my gray funeral director's gloves for today. Hey, what do you think? Monogrammed Fido gloves. Actually, I probably should put the monogram back here because this would be like slicing your wrist. Monogrammed Fido gloves for merch. See, we leave these 2 fingers out for her pleasure. Whoops. Get that up there. All right. Let's get some Blackwing pencils out. Everyone knows how we love Blackwing pencils. Blackwing pencils were used by award-winning creators throughout the 20th century, and despite a cult following, they fell victim to cost-cutting measures in the 1990s. Not really. The machine that made that finial broke, and they were too cheap to fix it. Cost-cutting measures in the 1990s and were discontinued, but not forgotten. Analog-minded devotees began paying as much as $40 a stick, back in the early days of Craigslist and such, for a single pencil. We acquired the brand in 2010 and brought Blackwing back to a growing culture of artists, musicians, and everyday people looking to unplug and live mindfully. Okay, if anyone can tell me what living mindfully is, hey, I appreciate it. I think it's just some new age bullshit, but we know what do I know. All right, let's sharpen this sucker.
Living mindfully is whatever he wants to be. Because you're living inside your own mind.
How to sharpen that pencil. Otherwise, it's pointless. Irving on camera 1. Would you zoom in to really close here so people can see what we're doing? That's great, Irving. Oh, you almost did it the first time. All right, let's just get that somewhat straight. And cartoonist has to adjust himself in the chair. Let's see, are we comfy here? Now, Irving's kind of in the way. Usually, not that. Oh, well, I got Irving. Yeah, let's see, where's my nose? My nose would be right there. I need coffee. Coffee. Oh, what are we looking at here?
You realize it's dangerous to repeat that word over and over again in front of your wife.
Oh, hey. The stack of stuff that I put together. I notice on top here we have Alex Meyer's big old red flag, and that usually means that we have some, something that some warning that something that we hope will be good probably is not going to be good. And unfortunately, what's behind that big old red flag but little Boy Scout Superman himself, our favorite director, James Gunn, James Gunn Superman because, well, it's James Gunn Superman, has put out, I think they're calling it the final trailer. And let's see, how are we doing here? I think we can watch the trailer without too much. There we go. If I keep it without too much. Irving, go up a bit. Reflection in the background. Let's check out Superman's final trailer. It sent us into worries, as we would call big old red flags going on here. What's the big old red flag here with the Boy Scout here? Superman.
I'm sent here to help the world be a better place.
Okay.
That is why I do what I do. Isn't it?
Now, my big old worry here is Lex Luthor.
Wrapped in a red cape. A god pretending to be one of us.
A god pretending to be one of us. And he speaks with a slight lisp, kind of. Lex Luthor should be intimidating. He used to be the mad scientist, and then in the modern era, they made him into the evil Donald Trump-like businessman. Now he doesn't look intimidating.
Don't get too worked up now.
He should be a big, scary, bald guy. Instead, we've got Pretty Boy here. No idea. Okay, looks good.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff.
Yeah.
Superman
We've gone over the whole thing
doesn't
where
have time for selfies.
he's got to
Cross the line.
do an interview.
To save lives.
Who put Superman in handcuffs? Who put Superman in handcuffs? Didn't it? Didn't the last guy? What's his name? Schneider? Zach? Yeah, he put him in. He put Superman in handcuffs too. And look, they've got Superman attacking a puppet. Some sort of kaiju puppet. Okay, looks like fun. Being Superman should be incredibly fucking fun. It should be the funnest thing in the world. I'd love to be Superman. I could fly. I'm stronger than anyone. I could beat anyone up and not be beaten up myself. And this Superman is getting his ass kicked left and right. He doesn't look like he's having fun. But at least he gets the hot girl, right? He's going to be able to rescue Lois. Right, James? James, can you hear me? Is he going to be able to rescue Lois Lane? James?
I'll destroy you. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too. Jesus. It's painful. Lex Luthor is... I hit the wrong button. Lex Luthor is paining me. He's hurting me. He's not as scary as he should be. All right, here we go. I think we're back. You know, let us play. Halfway through it. Ooh, Lois Lane's got to drive a spaceship. Oh, I'm worried about Girl Boss. I'm worried. We already know we're getting enough Girl Boss with Fantastic Four this year. Please, James Gunn, give us. James Gunn, please. We're begging you.
Superman, please give us a good thing, fun movie.
It should be fun being Superman. And look, we got all these other superheroes here.
Hey! Quit messing around! I'm not messing around. Doing important stuff.
Oh, so Guardians of the Galaxy like, isn't it? I'm doing important stuff.
Mhm.
Well, at least he's saying it with a bit of a smile, so maybe it comes off as fun. Well, Superman gets his ass kicked, but you gotta have Superman, get his ass kicked. I suppose. Otherwise, where's the story? But I don't like Lex Luthor. But here's the thing: I would never have casted Gene Hackman to play him in the Christopher Reeve one, and he did it. Gene Hackman's a great actor; did a great job. So, but he looks so much like Smallville. Lex Luthor.
Can I give you a fact about Lex Luthor?
Yeah, sure.
That's my greatest strength.
What do you got?
Do you remember the Hugh Grant movie from years ago? The beautiful, and I'm not being facetious. It was a very beautiful, wonderful movie about a boy.
Yeah.
That's the boy.
You're kidding me.
Nope. He was 11 years old.
Oh, that's it. That hurts. It's about a boy. Oh, there he is, about a boy. Oh, wow. Yeah, he doesn't strike me as intimidating.
He's played a lot of things since then. I mean, this guy's been in...
He's got the British teeth, though. Yeah.
Strafu, he's been in... I know I said it wrong.
You think of...
Oh, wait a minute.
Billionaire. What?
No.
What?
Hold on.
You think a billionaire like Lex Luthor would have straighter teeth. But anyway, go ahead. It's man.
Good luck with that.
This is unnecessary.
No matter what you do,
Punches some guy and his teeth come and bounce off the camera.
plans won't work.
And the dog is worrisome. There's a whole trailer where they just showed it. July 11th, by the way, you asked when it's coming out.
Yeah, because I feel like it should be out.
Yeah. They did a whole trailer with just the dog being a pain in the ass. But, the dog is probably going to save this one. What's it up against? Well, it's up against Jurassic World. It's up against Disney, just to tell you the truth. And we'll get back to Disney later on, I'm sure. But will we get back to Disney? Hey, what's next in the pile of stack of stuff here? Kathleen Kennedy, why is here? Oh, she's here because Academy members cringe as Star Wars boss Kathleen Kennedy lobbies for Bob Iger to receive an honorary Oscar. Bob, I think you deserve whatever the opposite of an Oscar is. All you've done is buy stuff, and the value of everything you bought is lower today. Yeah, I'm reminded of story of Ross Perot, he's a guy who ran for president a while ago, told. He was on a board of a particular car company. I won't mention that it's AMC or anything like that, American Motor Company, but they were going into merger because they wanted anti-lock brakes or something like that. And Ross said, "Well, why don't we just let?" We should see him do a Ross Perot voice. Why don't we just license the anti-lock brakes? The reason why the board wanted to do all these mergers is everyone was going to make money. It was, and it was just going to put the company in debt. Geez, Disney is in debt. Did everyone who made that decision, Bob, make a lot of money? Make all those decisions to buy all that crap, which we'll get back to later. Daisy Ridley's Star Wars is kaput. They are not going to make it. Big surprise here from the side of the comic strip. We knew Charlene Obaid Chinoy was never going to direct Star Wars. So that's that. Why is Elio on the list? Oh, yeah. Hey, I'd like to introduce everyone to the Pixar boss. This is Pete Doctor. And yes, that is his smile. Those are his ears. And that's not a forehead.
Be nice.
That's a 5.5 head. Let's get in here with the old Fido measurement stick. We're gonna say the forehead starts at about there and ends at about the eyebrows, right? Eyebrows and down. This just doesn't work. So let's hemisphere the head that we usually do. And as I've told you in many, where's my ruler? I've told you many times, the facial structures are pretty symmetrical. The ears always go from, wait a minute, let's get it. You got one lower ear than the other. The ears always go from the top of the eyes to the bottom of the nose. So let's be generous here. Here's the bottom of his nose. Here's the top of his eyes. His ears are too low. His forehead's too high. This guy's just like a poorly drawn Pixar character. Well, anyway, as Elio flops, this is a story from Tom Phillips and IGN News in quotation marks. Pixar veteran Pete Docter has discussed the company's current struggles when trying to create new films. He says that we don't want to. Let me read the entire thing.
Okay.
Stressing that Pixar needs to, quote, find out what people want before they know it, Docter said that the alternative was just feeding audiences more of what they know, leading to endless sequels and more of the same. We'd be making Toy Story 27, said Docter. Well, what are you making? Let's see. You're making Toy Story 5. You're making... I think I have a list here somewhere of the... well, they're Inside Out 2. Yeah, we got that already. Well, anyway, they are making a bunch of Gato is Incredibles 3, Coco 2. There we go. I knew there was at least 2. But one of the originals that Pixar has coming out soon is this. This is called Hopper. Now, stick with me here, because if you don't look at this picture, you're going to think I'm describing a pornographic film.
No.
This is a girl who turns into a beaver. Okay. That sounds like more of a plot of a porno than it does of a Pixar film. But when you get rid of Lasseter, I guess this is what happens. Disney purchases something, and the first thing they just do is they destroy it. So we have to look forward to the Fantastic Four. Oh, not that one. This one is coming out. And our favorite man, Pedro, who's been attacking J.K. Rowling, says Bullies make me sick. And, you know, we here at Fido the Comic Strip have to agree. Yes, Pedro, bullies like you do make us sick. Here is Pedro on the cover of Vanity Fair, an unfortunate cover indeed. And we go through the list of nicknames that Pedro has here. He's known as Peds, Pepsi, Peplito, Pee-Pee, Pedders, Daddy, Pedrito, Papa, according to Bella Ramsey, or just Pledge. Zaddy, Z-A-D-D-Y, and Pedro X. Now, Pedro's been taking a lot of unfortunate photos. It's not a good look for you, Pedro. But I can kind of remember that Elvis Presley himself took a lot of unfortunate photos. I mean, it happens. You know, they do this to everybody in Hollywood. You know, really, Elvis, is not a good look for you. You probably should avoid this stuff. But yeah, Pedro's just been getting bad photo after bad photo. What's written on his things here? O-U-C-A or A? No.
What is that? I know.
Yeah. Let me see. O-U-C.
Ouch!
H. Ouch. Oh, hey, ouch. That's it.
What does that mean?
Yeah, he has ouch written on his thing. So, anyway, we're going through the internet last week and we came across this particular thing where, you know, they're saying fingers are, don't know, Pedro. These rumors are kind of, you know, wait a minute, no, they go from there to there. Well, let's see. The index finger goes from there to there. Ring finger goes from. Yeah. Oh well, Pedro. Yeah. The good luck with Fantastic Four. By the way, this thing 2 years ago when Pedro and Vanessa Kirby were on stage, and Pedro grabs her hand. Pedro put out on Instagram or one of those social media things. That's because he suffered anxiety and just needed her strong will to back him up. Vanessa recently came out and completely said, no, that wasn't it. No,
That wasn't it. Nope.
So we're just so. What I can think is, Pedro is sort of a manly man, and when he sees a woman, he must grab that woman. You may call me streetcar because of my desire for you. Oh, I am Papi, Daddy. What is that? Pedrito, Pedders. I must have the woman. You see, Pedro really likes the woman. Yes, he does. I don't care what those rumors say on the internet. Pedro likes the woman. The only excuse for him grabbing her on stage. We've been talking about the Andor effect for a long time. That's when you do so much damage to your product that future stuff, even if it's good, people just don't show up for. And we released this week is Ironheart. Oh, wait a minute. That's the good one. I mean, this one, starring the most unlikable woman on Disney Plus since Tatiana Maslany. What can I say? That's saying a lot. The most unlikable woman since She-Hulk. And it's a villain story. Universally, all my YouTube people say it stinks. And this is a horrible thing to come out just before Fantastic Four. I said, well, nobody has Disney Plus, so this can't possibly hurt the Marvel Universe, right? But when nobody has Disney Plus, a lot of people still have YouTube. And, well, the YouTube critics have been pretty rough on it, going up one side and down the other. And Fantastic Four has already been made. You should not have released this. You should have pulled a Batwoman, and like Zaslav did, and just got rid of it. Scrubbed it from the planet, never to be seen. It damaged your product, Marvel. Well, it's too late. It's gone. Now, when the Fantastic Four comes out and it, it is as successful as we know it's going to be, I still say do not spend $500 million on something you don't have a script for yet. Don't make this film. Save your money. You're really going to need it, Disney. So 1 week after Superman comes out, we are going to be blessed with Scarlett Johansson's Jurassic World 4. No, what's his name? The guy with the personality. Yeah, this is going to be Scarlett. That Scarlett, not that Scarlett, but that Scarlett, the cottage cheese mama thighs. The last Jurassic World, the one with Sam Neill and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum. They had them chasing locusts. It wasn't a good film. Will the Andor affect Jurassic World 4? Good question. Can you make what?
Another observation about
What's
the,
that?
Lex Luthor gentleman.
Well, go right ahead.
He was about a boy and about a boy. Or he was the boy and
So
about
you
a boy.
say? I take your word for
What
it.
do you mean, so you say?
I take your
Don't
word for
say
it.
like that.
Mhm.
Yes, he was. Anyway, he was also. Do you remember that lovely British TV series we watched where Catherine the Great was being serviced often by Peter the Great, or there were multiple
Yeah,
explicit sex scenes and such.
of course.
Okay, he was Peter the Great.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just finding it amusing the characters he played.
So we're going to have Scarlett again on the board today to keep our page clean if our mind remains dirty. She's saying happy birthday to me because my birthday was last week. I'm like, thank you, Scarlett.
Aw.
She's wearing her birthday suit. All right, let's get some work done here. We have our sharpened. Oh, I'm going to turn on the light so everybody block their eyes. There we go. So we can see what we're doing here. All right, we got Closet Cat saying, what's that? Now, since I spend so much time making Closet Cat look angry, let's give her a smile. So, smiles for Closet Cat happen in two different ways. The creature has these big jowls, and I've noticed that how I shape her jowls can help with the expression, sort of like a mouth almost. So if I turn the jowls down, she looks angry. See, eyeballs, or if I turn them up, they can be like a smile. So that's what we're going to try to do here. And the jowls sort of go up. And, I'm doing a little bit of a twist to the eye here because it's showing a little bit of interest. Like, hey, what's going on there? See, she's acting. Now I've got to have her looking over Dino's stuff here to get Fido. So I have her looking up a little bit. So if we were to draw it, she's almost looking over Fido's head. But this is just, you do that when there's something in between where your attention is focused. You'll look a little bit higher. You'll stretch your head up to. So that's what we're going for here. And she's got 1, 2, 3 tufts of hair. I gotta put another sharp point on this pencil because I think I dropped it during the reading of the stack of stuff. And long neck, hand on the edge of the bar. There's the point again. And she drinks Coca-Cola out of a bottle, otherwise known as Mexican Coke. And they make it with real sugar rather than that corn syrup crap that you get. All right, there's Felicia. Now, Dino is focused on his beer. Very seldom do we give Dino full glasses of beer, but it sort of works for the joke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is a new beginning here for Fido. This is one of the first times we start a panel with just about all three characters happy. After last week's tour de force of depression, everyone has found out how to be happy. Dino's happiness is at the bottom of a beer glass. All right, now let's. You might have noticed I drew a straight line. That's the center. You draw a couple of cones, and that's how you make a beer glass. This is a pint glass, so it's tapered to the top. And I would usually draw the entire circle here, but the beer is overflowing slightly, so we'll do that. And I like to drip it lovingly down the side. Do a couple little bubbles here to show effervescence. And Dino's hands disappear behind the beer here. He's doing the anticipation of seizing it. And there's a napkin under the glass to keep a water rain from the bar. Now I wanted Fido. I'm going to sharpen the pencil again. I thought it was kind of cute, Fido holding a pencil. And I don't think I've drawn him holding a pencil before. So how does he hold it? He's only got the thumb. He doesn't really have a thumb. He's just got the fingers. So I figured this finger would go that way, and this finger that way, this finger that way. So we just crudely grasping it however a dog could. And I should get in here with a ruler, because if that pencil is not dead on straight, it won't read as a pencil. And we'll bring it to a point. Bingo. Now, wouldn't it be cute if Fido's tongue was out as he wrote?
Adorable.
So there we go. His tongue is out as he's putting a lot of effort into writing this list. I've already sort of written the joke. Now you got to draw the joke. So it looks funny in this little universe that we've created. And it makes me happy. Why are we here? To make me happy, right? Okay. Good thing we got the chief colorist listening.
I was listening. Give me a second to step on it. Jeez.
And he's got the other hand here holding the sheet down as he writes. That's what we do. There we go. Panel 2. Usually I do a opening panel, which is from a distance, and we move in. But panel 2 now is from further back, and I brought the perspective line way up here, the horizon. So you're looking down from this height above Dino's head. When there's a lot of dialogue, and this is really not a lot of dialogue, it's only 4 lines, but it's the most dialogue in this entire strip. I like to lift the viewer line to bring the viewer up into the dialogue looking down, so there's more for them to see. That's what I did. We've got an establishing shot in the second panel, which is something I rarely do. Let's put another point on this. Now going revert to form, right back to angry Felicia. Yeah. Now I've already sort of done the perspective on the characters, so perhaps you'll see that we got more of Felicia's head showing here because you're looking down at her than you have over here. Less of her mouth because it's underneath these jowls. You are looking down at her from the top. And come with me, Scarlett. Keep my page clean. And there goes that point. Now, I'm not sure I like how Dino looks here. Let me think here. I'm not going to draw. I'm not going to draw Dino in the moment. We're going straight to Fido. Let's put a. I might redraw Dino because I think it's funnier if he doesn't pay any attention to Fido until his beer glass is knocked over. He's still anticipating his beer, but why would this beer sit untouched this long? It doesn't make sense. And like I keep on asking Disney Marvel, make it make sense. Sorry, where is, there we go. Make it make sense.
No.
Now, she needs millions of dollars to create an AI and is able to do it while she's sleeping overnight with using a laptop. You know, the big thing about Tony Stark creating the Iron Man suit in the cave, it wasn't the Iron Man suit that was the big invention. It was the arc reactor that powered the suit. And her suit is wind and solar powered. Marvel, make it make sense.
Oh.
All right. Fido is happy. I'm writing a comprehensive list of everything wrong with cats. This is his life work. His life's work, you understand. So tufts of hair up. Now he had his pencil in his hand, so he still has the pencil. Let's make sure that we draw it straight because you have to make it make sense, and the pencil has to be a completely straight line. Doop, doop. And there we go. I'm writing a comprehensive list of everything wrong with cats. I'm writing a comprehensive list of everything wrong with Marvel. So it's so full of horrible stereotypes. Some of our greatest artists and musicians were, African Americans, and because they had to go through horrible racism, and they had to be better than anyone else to succeed. And with that struggle, we got a lot of great artists. But now, I would say racism is solved in America. It doesn't exist anymore because these people, the showrunners, the writers, got their jobs not because they worked hard and they were better than anyone else. They just got the job because of immutable qualities, such as, I won't mention, but you can guess. So it's good that we've cured racism finally, completely in America. It does not exist anymore. And unfortunately, we've lost a lot of great artists, I suppose. No, racism's horrible. It should not exist. We, of course, should fight and stop it whenever possible. It's too bad that some people are no longer going to work hard because they don't have to. Hey, Irving, I just noticed the camera's not quite. There you go. Thank you. Now, very important on this one to get Felicia's push, because a cat pushes something off the table with the minimum amount of effort and care. It's just, so she's got her eyes down. 1, 2, 3, and I like the hand. It's just doop, doop, doop. Just let's get a ruler on this arm. And then underneath doesn't need a ruler. We just taper it. And this hand's still on the bar. And I'll lean over. What do you think? We got that action right? I would say so. Come with me, Riri.
think she prefers to be called Ironheart now?
Well, I don't think she'll be called anything because I can't see this actress getting much more work. All right, now, Dino's reaction here is good. We're going to keep it. His beer is spilled. I just have to go back to the second panel here and come up with a logical reason as to how this beer has stayed untouched this long. This is indeed a tragedy for Dino. So his mouth is open. He's angry. He's shocked. There's a cornucopia of human emotions here. And I've elongated his head. So it's just the sort of reaction going on here. It's that, and that. You see, you understand. It's all that. And he just doesn't know what to do with his hands because he's too late to rescue his beer. This shoulder's up in the air because that arm's doing this, and the shoulder's down because he had made a feint to almost stop Felicia, but missed it. And the glass has to be pushed away from Felicia somewhat, almost a little bit toward the camera, which was a little bit difficult. But we hear a professional cartoonist, you understand. Don't try this at home. See, I was able to get what we're looking for here. Now, it's important that the beer splashing out, you feel it, you taste it. It comes out in a wave there, and it's splashing, and it's going that way and coming off, and there's bubbles and suds and just all on Fido's page.
You seem to have a little bit of a passion for the beer.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Sales of non-alcoholic beer are up 19%. You're welcome. And Fido here is pulling back so he doesn't quite get wet himself. There goes the point. And this paw still has the pencil. So it's we've sold the idea that pencils are straight. So let's not give up on a straight pencil now. Let's get in here with a ruler. And there is the action scene where she spills the beer. And in the final, add that. Felicia is got to sell the humor here. Eyes still at half mast, and she's looking at her drink. Now, I thought about having her looking over here and a sly sort of add that, but that kills the joke actually. Better than now. She's already moved on in the world.
That's right. This was nothing.
Yeah. That's what cats do.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got her.
This was just a Tuesday.
Mexican.
Saturday?
Yeah, Friday. She's got her Mexican Coke here, which she's taking getting ready to take a sip out of. There we go. Add that. Dino, of course, is angry. His beer's been knocked over, so we can do the mad eyes, brownie face. 2, 3. What do you think, Riri? No, you don't think? Okay, I didn't think so.
Oh.
No, she doesn't act either, so you know how it is. And Fido is. What kind of expression would Fido have here? Now, I originally got him sort of with the same look on his face. Let's have him looking down at the at the mess that was his work. As if, think I could salvage any of this? Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. He's looking down thinking, can I salvage any of this?
Mhm.
There we go. And the tail is down over the chair. See, I hadn't pointed out that when he's explaining that he's writing his comprehensive list, his tail is at full wag. Not anymore. It's down. Even his toes are droopy. All right. Oh, let's draw the aftermath here. Let's not forget the important. This is the prestige, as it were, the payoff of the joke. You have the emptied pint glass. There's the napkin that the pint glass used to sit on, and the beer has puddled up, gone off the edge of the bar here. So we have. It's just going to drain it into the floor there. And somewhere underneath here, you still see bits of Fido's opus. Let's not forget the straight pencil, which he has left on the bar. And actually, wouldn't it be funny if the pencil was floating in the beer? I like that. I called an audible. The pencil is floating in the beer. Let's see. The beer would be there. Let's put the pencil floating down away. Yes. Pencil floating away. That's even funnier. Call an audible there.
Swept up.
I was going to have the pencil up here, but screw that. Pencil's floating away with the beer. I think that's much funnier. All right. There is how you draw a simple Fido. What do you think, Riri? Happy? All right, that's good to hear. So you know you're a criminal, right? I'd understand if they were going to have like something called a character where they change, and maybe she starts out as a criminal. She's looking for a job in any place that has enough people that are not going to notice that she's stealing stuff. And
which is something she actually says.
Something she actually. No wonder why they kicked her out of Wakanda. She kept on stealing shit.
You know better.
But and then what you do is you have the character like change. I think
Character growth.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Character growth. Have her start out as a piece of shit criminal and then turn her into a hero. What do you think, Disney? Isn't that a good idea? No, she's just going to be iconic.
Or wasn't there a suggestion that like start her off as good, but she can't get anywhere, so she decides to kind of go bad to try to, get where she needs to get, but then she realizes how wrong that is.
That's a good idea. Start her out as good. Have the character grow, change over time.
Mm-hmm.
No. She's just brilliant. She's and everyone has to realize her brilliance. Yeah.
Without any proof of it, you just have to be told it and you believe it.
I'm sure that they hoped, for Fantastic Four's sake, that this no one would have Disney Plus. All right, that is our Fido for today. We're approaching the hour point. We have to come up with a title for this one. Comprehensive list of what's wrong. A comprehensive list. Did we? Let's see. What were we talking about? Bob Iger not getting an Oscar. We spoke about. We did the whole Superman final preview.
I know, but you didn't get as worked up about Superman as I thought.
Yeah. It's the end of racism in America. That's good to hear. It's a horrible thing. I'm glad that we ended that with Ironheart and the writers and showrunner. But I don't want to put that on my title.
Gosh, no.
Yeah. Gosh, no. Um, motivations to do a comprehensive list. I didn't make any comprehensive lists here, although we're heading in that direction, aren't we? Add that. We're calling this add that.
All right.
Yep. And you too can add this to your collection. The Fido comic strip from July 4th. Irving, zoom out for us. Yes, this could be yours. You can add this to your collection. All you got to do is go to fidothecomicstrip.com and just give us an
For
email.
all of your Fido needs.
So yeah, I want that. Thank you for joining us. Fido Live, number 155. Add that. See you guys next week, hopefully. Let's say goodbye to our guys at YouTube.
Bye.
And goodbye to the guys at Rumble.